Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are continuing with our lesson that is from 8th standard subject science, and the title of the chapter is Reaching the Age of Adolescence. In this lesson, you will learn about secondary sexual characteristics, endocrine system in humans, sex hormones, and hormones other than sex hormones. So first we will start with secondary sexual characteristics. Secondary sexual characteristics or external visible characteristics that develop in boys and girls after puberty. These are the characters that distinguish a male from a female, and these are not directly involved in reproduction. Few of the characteristics are as follows. So first we will see what are the secondary sexual characteristics in case of boys. In boys, the growth of facial hair, the growth of body hair, including arm, abdomen, chest hair, and pubic hair. Similarly, chest and shoulder widen and body becomes muscular. Skin becomes more rough and porous. Secretion of sweat glands and sebaceous glands increases. And importantly, the larynx, that is called Adam's apple or voice box, it protrudes out and voice becomes deep and husky. So these are the secondary sexual characteristics of boys. Similarly, in case of girls, there is enlargement of breasts, the growth of body hair, prominently in the underarm and pubic area, widening of hips, changed fat distribution, that is more fat below the skin at hips, buttocks and thighs, and development of secondary reproductive organs. In addition, mood swings are seen in males as well as females. Mental and emotional maturity is attained by both sexes. Brain gets more active and has capability of learning more. Now let's talk about endocrine system in humans. Endocrine glands are ductless glands that secrete hormones, or we call them chemical messengers, which carry messages to a particular organ or tissue through the bloodstream. These glands control growth, development, metabolism, and reproduction. And these endocrine glands secrete hormones in response to external and internal stimuli. So here is a list of glands and the hormones they secrete with their functions. Pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid, adrenal, pancreas, testes, and ovaries. And the hormones secreted by these glands are growth hormone by pituitary gland, thyroxine by thyroid, parathormone by parathyroid, adrenaline by adrenal gland, insulin by pancreas, testosterone by testes, and estrogen or progesterone by ovaries. And we will discuss their functions later. So firstly, let's start with sex hormones. So hormones, we can say, are chemical substances secreted by endocrine glands. They control body functioning, physiology, and behavior. So what are sex hormones? As you know, the different hormones secreted by endocrine system. Two of the hormones secreted by testes and ovaries, testosterone and estrogen or progesterone. Testosterone in case of males and estrogen or progesterone in case of females. So these are two sex hormones. The production of these sex hormones is under the control of another hormone secreted from an endocrine gland called pituitary gland. The testes, that is a male endocrine gland, it secretes testosterone, and ovaries, that is in case of female, and it secretes estrogen or progesterone sex hormones. These sex hormones are controlled by the hormone secreted from the pituitary gland. In case of males, that is boys, at the beginning of the puberty, that is at the age of 11 or 12 years, the hormone testosterone begins to get released by the testes, and this results in some changes in boys, like the growth of facial hair, deep voice, and hair on chest. And testosterone is the primary male sex hormone. It is responsible for the development of the male reproductive organs, production of male gamete, that is sperms, and development of secondary sexual characteristics too. In case of females, at puberty, that is after 12 years, ovaries start to produce the female hormone estrogen or progesterone, which results in breast development on reaching puberty. And also milk secreting glands or mammary glands develop during this period inside the breasts. Estrogen is the primary female sex hormone. It is responsible for the development of the female reproductive organs, production of female gamete, that is ova, and development of secondary sexual characteristics and menstrual cycle in case of females. So there are other hormones. These are growth hormone, thyroxine, insulin, etc. So they are called as hormones other than sex hormones. So sex hormones are not the only hormones responsible for changes during adolescence. There are few other hormones that act in the background. For example, pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is situated in the brain and is called as the master endocrine gland. It produces hormones that instruct other glands to secrete their hormones. The pituitary gland secretes growth hormone, which controls the overall growth of a person. And the secretion of this growth hormone is maximum in adolescence period. So the hormone secreted by pituitary gland called growth hormone is not a sex hormone. Then there is another gland called the thyroid gland. It is a butterfly shaped gland situated in the throat. It secretes a hormone called thyroxine. This hormone is important as it maintains the balance of all metabolic activities in the body. The deficiency of this hormone can cause swelling of the thyroid gland, leading to a condition called goiter. Then there is another gland called pancreas. It secretes a hormone called insulin, which regulates the blood sugar level in the body. And deficiency of this hormone, that is insulin, it leads to a disease or health problem called diabetes. Then there is adrenal gland. These glands are situated right above the kidneys. They change their shape throughout life and shrink as a person grows older. The adrenal glands secrete a hormone called adrenaline and also maintain the salt and pH balance of the body. This hormone is also called as fight or flight hormone as it functions in emergency situations. So with this, we came to the end of this topic. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Stay home, stay safe, and take care of yourself. Bye.